I slammed the door behind me, my heart pounding like a drum in a silent room, as Giselle's lips pulled away from mine in the dim light of our shared hotel room. What started as her usual teasing banter during our team's road trip had escalated into this. A kiss that shattered every boundary I'd carefully built around my feelings for her. Now, staring into her wide eyes, I realized the playful straight girl I'd crushed on for months wasn't so straight after all, and the secret I'd buried deep inside was about to unravel everything. Gianna, that's me, had always been the quiet one on the soccer team. At 25, I was the midfielder who orchestrated plays with precision, but off the field, I navigated life with even more caution. Growing up in a conservative Italian-American family in Chicago, I'd learned early on that my attraction to women wasn't something to voice aloud. My parents, devout Catholics, had drilled into me the importance of tradition. Marry a nice man, have kids, uphold the family name. I'd come out to a few close friends in college, but never to them. The fear of rejection, of being cast out, kept me silent. So I poured my energy into the game, where physicality replaced emotion, and sweat drowned out the whispers in my mind. Giselle joined the team 2 years ago, fresh out of UCLA, with her effortless charm and killer forward skills. She was 24, blonde and straight, or so everyone thought, including her. Her family was the picture of Midwestern normalcy. A dad who coached Little League, a mom who baked pies for church fundraisers, and 2 brothers who teased her about boyfriends. She dated guys casually, nothing serious, always laughing off commitments with that infectious smile. But with me it was different. From the start, she'd single me out for her playful antics, winking during drills, slapping my butt after a good pass, calling me G with a tone that made my stomach flip. I told myself it was just her personality, nothing more. After all, she was straight. I was the one with the problem, harboring this unspoken crush that gnawed at me during long bus rides and locker room chats. That night in Seattle, after our win against the Sounders women's team, the celebration spilled into the hotel bar. The team was buzzing, shots flowing, laughter echoing. Giselle and I ended up at a corner table, away from the chaos. "Gee, you're killing me with that serious face," she said, her blue eyes locking onto mine. "Loosen up. Life's too short." Her hand brushed my knee under the table, lingering just a second too long. I froze, my mind racing. Was this her usual flirtation, or something else? I pushed it away, chalking it up to alcohol, but inside doubt crept in. What if she felt it too? No. Impossible. She's straight. I'm deluding myself. As the night wore on, the team dispersed, but Giselle suggested we continue in our room. "Just us girls," she teased, looping her arm through mine. My pulse quickened. In the elevator, she leaned in close, her breath warm against my ear. "You know, G, you're the only one who gets me." Her words hung there, heavy with implication. I wanted to pull away to protect myself, but the pull was stronger. Back in the room, we sat on the bed talking about everything and nothing. Our dreams, our fears. She opened up about her family's expectations, how they pushed her towards settling down with a good man. "It's suffocating sometimes," she admitted, her voice cracking. I nodded, sharing a sliver of my own struggles, careful not to reveal too much. Then, without warning, she cupped my face. "What if we didn't care?" she whispered. Before I could process, her lips met mine, soft, tentative at first, then urgent. Time stopped. My world tilted. This wasn't a joke, this was real. But as quickly as it happened, panic flooded me. What have we done? She's straight. This could ruin everything, the team, our friendship, my carefully guarded secret. The next morning, sunlight filtered through the curtains, but the air was thick with unspoken regret. Giselle sat up, rubbing her temples. "Gee, about last night." Her voice trailed off, eyes avoiding mine. I braced myself, heart in my throat. It was a mistake, right? Just the drinks. But her tone lacked conviction, and I saw the flicker of confusion in her gaze. Inside I screamed. No, it wasn't a mistake for me. It was everything I'd wanted, but now it felt like a trap. If word got out, the team dynamics would shift, whispers, judgments. And her family? Mine? The societal weight pressed down, reminding me of the risks. We dressed in silence, the kiss hanging between us like a ghost. At practice that day, she was her usual self, playful, distant. But I caught her glances, the way her eyes lingered. My mind churned. Should I confront her? Pretend it never happened? The internal battle raged. Part of me wanted to run, to protect my heart from the inevitable heartbreak. Another part yearned to explore this to see if it could be more. But logic whispered warnings: she's experimenting, you're the real deal. Don't get hurt. Over the following weeks back in Chicago, the tension built. Giselle started texting more, late-night messages that blurred lines. Miss our talks, G. I'd stare at my phone, fingers hovering. Reply casually. Dive in. The conflict tore at me. My family noticed my distraction. At Sunday dinner, Mom eyed me suspiciously. Gianna, you're quiet. Is there a boy? The question stung. A reminder of the facade I maintained. I forced a smile. No, Mom. Just tired from games. But inside, guilt gnawed. If they knew about Giselle, about me. The thought made my chest tighten. One evening after a grueling practice, Giselle cornered me in the locker room. We need to talk, she said, her voice low. The team had left, it was just us. My heart raced. About that night. She stepped closer, her hand brushing mine. Electricity shot through me. I can't stop thinking about it. Her admission hung in the air, vulnerable. I wanted to believe her, but doubt screamed. Is this real, or just curiosity? The moral quandary hit hard. Pushing her could mean losing her, but ignoring it meant betraying myself. As we sat on the bench, she confessed more. I've always felt different, G. With guys it's easy but empty. With you, it's scary but right. Her words pierced me. Scary? For her, maybe an experiment, for me, my identity. Yet I leaned in, our foreheads touching. Me too, I whispered. But as hope flickered, so did fear. What if this blows up? The team, our careers. Women's soccer wasn't immune to homophobia. Sponsors, fans, the media. And our families. The thought of disappointing them crushed me. That night, alone in my apartment, I paced, mind swirling. Why her? Why now? The kiss had awakened something, but at what cost? I imagined the fallout, her pulling away when reality hit, me left broken. Yet the pull was undeniable. Maybe this was my chance at happiness, damn the consequences. Or maybe it was a path to destruction. The internal storm raged on, decisions looming like shadows. The days blurred into a haze of stolen moments and whispered secrets. Giselle and I navigated this new territory carefully, like walking a tightrope over an abyss. Our practices became charged with unspoken energy. Every pass, every tackle, laced with meaning only we understood. But beneath the surface, my mind was a battlefield. Was I fooling myself into thinking this could work? She was straight, or at least she'd always presented that way. What if this was just a phase, a rebellion against her perfect life? One afternoon after a team lunch, she pulled me aside in the parking lot. Gee, let's grab coffee. Away from here. Her eyes pleaded and I nodded, ignoring the knot in my stomach. At the small cafe downtown, we sat in a corner booth, her knee brushing mine under the table. I need to know, she said softly. Is this real for you? Her vulnerability cracked my defenses. Yes, I admitted, my voice barely above a whisper. But for you? You date guys. She looked away, fiddling with her cup. I thought I did. But now everything feels different. Confusing. Her confession stirred a mix of hope and dread. Inside, I questioned her motives. Was she using me to figure herself out? The ethical weight pressed down. If I pursued this, was I enabling her denial? Or was I denying us both a chance? Society's voice echoed in my head. Straight girls experimenting, leaving queer hearts in ruins. I'd heard the stories from friends, the pain of being someone's phase. Yet looking at her, I saw genuine turmoil. My family would freak, she continued. They expect grandkids, a white wedding. If they knew. Tears welled in her eyes. I reached for her hand, our fingers intertwining. Mine too. But we can't live for them. Brave words, but hypocrisy burned inside. I hadn't come out to my parents. How could I demand she confront hers? The double standard gnawed at me. That evening at home, I stared at old family photos, smiling faces masking expectations. Dad's pride in my soccer achievements. Mom's subtle hints about settling down. If they discovered Giselle and me, the betrayal would cut deep. Am I ready to lose them for this? The tension escalated when Giselle's ex-boyfriend, Mark, showed up at a game. He was the all-American type, tall, charming, the kind her family adored. She introduced him casually, but I saw the unease in her posture. Later in the locker room, she explained, "He's just a friend now, but he wants more." Jealousy surged through me, hot and irrational. "And you? What do you want?" My tone was sharper than intended. She flinched. "Yuji, but it's hard. People expect things." That night we argued for the first time. In her apartment, voices rose. "You're ashamed of this, of us," I accused, pacing. "No. I'm scared," she shot back. "What if we go public and it destroys everything? The team, our lives." Her words mirrored my fears, but hearing them aloud stung. Inside I wrestled. Push harder or give her space? The moral dilemma intensified. Was love worth the risk of hurting others? Our families, oblivious, would bear the brunt. Weeks passed, our relationship deepening in secrecy. Stolen kisses in empty hallways, late-night drives where we bared our souls. Giselle shared childhood memories, pressure to be the perfect daughter, suppressing doubts about her sexuality. "I ignored the signs," she admitted one night, head on my shoulder. "Crushes on girls in school, but I pushed them away." Her honesty thawed my doubts, but society loomed large. Whispers in the media about out-athletes facing backlash, sponsors pulling out. Could we survive that? Then came the first crack. At a family barbecue at her parents' house in the suburbs, I tagged along as the teammate. Her mom beamed, chatting about potential suitors. "Giselle needs a good man to ground her." Giselle laughed it off, but her eyes met mine, apologetic. Inside, humiliation burned. Am I just a secret? The drive home was silent, tension thick. "I can't keep pretending," I said finally. She nodded, tears streaming. "I know. But give me time." Time, that elusive promise. My impatience grew, fueling internal conflict. Was I being selfish, demanding she out herself? Or fair, refusing to be hidden? The drama unfolded in my mind. Scenarios of confrontation, rejection. One evening after a loss on the field, emotions boiled over. Back at my place, she broke down. "What if I'm not ready? What if this isn't me?" Her words sliced deep. Doubt resurfaced. Was she retreating? Betraying our budding trust? I held her, but inside anger simmered. "You've pulled me in, now you're pulling away?" The price of this love felt steep. My emotional stability, her identity crisis. Yet I couldn't let go. The next day, she surprised me with a small gesture. A necklace with our initials engraved subtly. "For us," she whispered. Hope reignited, but shadowed by uncertainty. How long could we dance this line before falling? As summer turned to fall, external pressures mounted. The team captain, sensing something, pulled me aside. "You and Giselle seem close. Everything okay?" I brushed it off, but paranoia set in. What if rumors spread? The societal stigma, lesbians in sports often tokenized or vilified. I imagined headlines, judgments. My family added fuel. At dinner, Dad ranted about those agendas in media. I bit my tongue, guilt twisting like a knife. Giselle's internal struggle mirrored mine. She confided in therapy sessions, grappling with labels. MEB? Lesbian? Does it matter? Her questions echoed my past doubts. But progress came slowly. One night, she suggested telling a mutual friend. Baby steps. I agreed, heart swelling. Yet, the fear of backlash lingered. What if it backfired? The turning point neared, tension coiling like a spring. During a road trip to New York, we shared a room again. Memories of that first kiss flooded back. As we lay in bed talking, she turned to me. "I love you, G." The words hung profound. I reciprocated, but caution whispered. Is this the calm before the storm? The weight of our choices pressed down, sacrifice family ties? Face public scrutiny? The drama intensified, decisions demanding payment. The confession in New York marked a shift, but not the relief I'd hoped for. Instead, it amplified the stakes, turning our hidden romance into a pressure cooker of emotions and ethics. Giselle's "I love you" echoed in my mind during games, distracting me from plays, as if every goal scored was a metaphor for the risks we took. Inside, I battled. This love felt right, but was it worth the impending fallout? Society's invisible chains, expectations of heteronormativity, tightened around us. Back home, Giselle's resolve wavered. Her brother visited, dropping hints about setting her up with a friend. "Time to get serious, sis." She deflected, but later confessed to me. It hurts, pretending. Her pain mirrored mine, yet frustration built. Why couldn't she stand up? My hypocrisy stung. I hadn't told my family either. The moral quagmire deepened. Were we both cowards or victims of circumstance? Conflict erupted when Mark reappeared. He texted her, wanting to catch up. She showed me, transparent, but jealousy flared. Why entertain him? I demanded in her kitchen, voices rising. It's nothing. Just politeness. But her defensiveness fueled my suspicions. Was she keeping options open? The betrayal stung, even if imagined. You're not all in, I accused. She crumpled. I'm trying, G. This is new for me. Her tears softened me, but doubt lingered. The price of trust, vulnerability, felt exorbitant. As autumn leaves fell, so did our facades piece by piece. Giselle came out to her best friend from college over coffee. She was supportive, she reported, eyes bright. Hope surged. Maybe this could work. But the high was short-lived, her friend warned. Your family won't take it well. The reminder crashed down, reigniting fears. That night, alone, I pondered the societal divide. Progress in cities but lingering prejudice in families like ours. My own confrontation loomed. At a family gathering for Nana's birthday, the questions intensified. Gianna, when are you bringing home a nice boy? Aunt Maria prodded. I smiled tightly, but inside rage simmered. Why must I lie? Giselle's influence emboldened me. Later I confided in my sister Sophia. I'm gay, I blurted. Her hug was immediate. I suspected. I love you. Relief washed over me, but anxiety followed. Don't tell Mom and Dad yet. The partial truth felt like a half measure, but it was progress. Giselle's journey hit a wall when her mom called, excited about a church event. Bring a date. The irony burned. She hung up, distraught. I can't keep this up. We decided on a plan. Tell our families separately, then go public. But doubt crept in. What if they rejected us? The emotional toll mounted. Sleepless nights, strained practices. The team noticed our distraction. Coach pulled us aside. Sort it out, girls. It's affecting the game. The drama peaked at a holiday party. Mark showed up uninvited, cornering Giselle. I watched from afar, heart pounding. He leaned in, whispering. She pulled away, but the sight ignited fury. Later, she explained. He confessed feelings. I told him no. But the incident exposed cracks. You hesitated, I said, voice trembling. No. I chose you. Her assurance rang hollow. Inside I questioned. Am I her safety net or true love? Betrayal struck harder when I discovered texts from Mark on her phone. Innocent but undelete. Why keep them? I confronted. She admitted. Habit. Security. The admission cut deep. Was she hedging bets? The moral conflict raged. Was forgiveness weakness or strength? I stormed out, driving aimlessly, tears blurring the road. The price of love. Heartbreak, trust shattered. We reconciled days later, apologies flowing. I deleted everything, she vowed. You're it for me. Forgiveness came, but scars remained. Society's pressure amplified. News stories of disowned queer youth haunted me. What if that was us? Giselle's internal war intensified. She journaled doubts, sharing snippets. Am I betraying my upbringing? Her questions mirrored mine. The awakening was painful, forcing us to confront identities long suppressed. As winter set in, external forces conspired. A teammate suspecting made a snide comment. You two are awfully close. Panic ensued. Giselle froze, I deflected. Later she spiraled. What if they out us? The fear of uncontrolled exposure terrified her. I held her, but inside resentment brewed. Why was I always the strong one? The imbalance threatened to tip us over. A pivotal moment came during a storm-delayed flight home from a match. Stranded at the airport, we talked for hours. Giselle opened up fully. I denied my feelings for years because it was easier. But you make me want to be brave. Her words healed wounds. I shared my fears too. Losing my family would kill me. Vulnerability bonded us, but the high stakes loomed. Decisions carried weight, choose love, risk all. The tension culminated in a heated argument with her parents over dinner, though indirect. Her dad praised traditional values, she pushed back subtly. People love who they love. He dismissed it. Later, she vented to me. I wanted to say more. Progress but slow. My own family dinner escalated when Dad criticized a gay celebrity. I snapped. Love is love. Silence fell. Mom's eyes narrowed. What's this about? I backpedaled, but the seed was planted. Awakening dawned for Giselle when she attended a Pride event incognito. It felt freeing, she said, eyes alight. But reality crashed. A family friend spotted her, questioning. Panic set in. What do I say? The deception's cost mounted. Lies piling up, eroding our foundation. As the new year approached, choices crystallized. We couldn't hide forever. The drama built to a boiling point, forcing confrontations that would define us. Sacrifices awaited, damages inevitable. But in the quiet moments, love persisted, a fragile flame against the wind. The new year brought no resolutions, only reckonings. Giselle and I stood at the precipice, our relationship a tangle of passion and peril. The secrets we'd nurtured now festered, demanding release. Inside, I grappled with the ultimate question. Was our love a revolution or a ruin? Society's judgment loomed, a constant shadow, reminding us of the battles queer couples fought daily. The first blow came from an unexpected source. Sophia, my sister, accidentally let slip to Mom about my preferences. The call came mid-practice. Gianna, we need to talk. Her voice was steel. I drove home, dread coiling. In the living room, parents waited, faces etched with concern. Is it true? Dad asked bluntly. I nodded, tears streaming. I'm gay. And I'm with someone, a woman. Silence exploded into chaos. Mom wept. How could you? What about our values? Dad paced. This isn't you. It's a phase. Their words lacerated, echoing years of suppressed fears. I defended. It's who I am. I love her. But the betrayal in their eyes crushed me. Think of the family, Mom pleaded. The church, our community. The societal pressure they embodied hit hard. Generations of tradition clashing with my truth. I left, shattered, questioning if coming out was worth this pain. Giselle met me at her place, holding me as I sobbed. They're wrong, she whispered. But her own inaction stung. When will you tell yours? Her hesitation fueled our next fight. You're pushing me, she yelled. I need time. Time that excuse again. We've had time, I countered. Hiding is killing us. The argument escalated, words like weapons. Maybe this was a mistake, she spat. The regret in her voice pierced. Was she retreating to safety? The moral crossroads. Fight for us or let go. I stormed out again, the pattern wearing thin. Reconciliation came via a heartfelt letter she left at my door. I'm scared, but I choose you. Touched, I forgave, but trust frayed. External drama intensified when rumors hit the team. A teammate confronted us. Are you two together? Giselle denied it instinctively. Betrayal surged. Why lie? I demanded later. To protect us. But her reflex exposed fears. The price. My dignity, her denial. Society's claws dug deeper. Online trolls targeted out athletes. I imagined us in the crosshairs. Giselle's family added pressure. Her mom set up a blind date. Just go, I said bitterly, testing her. She refused, but the incident highlighted divides. I can't lose them, she admitted. Echoing my pain, it bonded us in shared torment. The climax built during a crucial game against rivals. Adrenaline high, we played flawlessly, but off-field tensions boiled. Post-win in the locker room, Mark appeared again, congratulating her. His hug lingered. She pulled away, but I saw red. Outside, I exploded. End it with him, she snapped. There's nothing to end. The fight drew eyes, rumors igniting. That night, alone, I reflected on the damages. Our love had cost friendships, focused sanity. Was it worth it? Giselle showed up at dawn, resolute. Let's tell everyone. Her awakening thrilled me, but caution tempered it. Are you sure? She nodded. For us. The confrontations unfolded like dominoes. First, her parents. Over dinner, she revealed. I'm in love with Gianna. Shock rippled. Her dad stormed out, Mom cried. This isn't God's plan. Giselle held firm, but the rejection wounded deep. They'll come around, I assured, but doubt lingered. The ethical weight. Had we betrayed their trust or honored ours? Team response varied, support from some, awkwardness from others. Coach was pragmatic. As long as it doesn't affect play. But whispers persisted, societal bias seeping in. Sponsors murmured concerns, our careers teetered. Personal tolls mounted. My parents distanced themselves, calls unanswered. The isolation hurt, forcing self-examination. Had I chosen love over family? Giselle faced similar exile, brothers supportive but parents cold. I feel orphaned, she confided. Our bond strengthened in adversity but scars formed. A turning point, therapy together. We unpacked traumas, her suppressed identity, my guarded heart. Insights emerged. Love required sacrifice but not self-erasure. Slowly, healing began. Publicly, we navigated scrutiny. An interview request came, we declined, protecting privacy. But anonymity cracked when a photo leaked. Us holding hands at a cafe. Backlash followed. Online hate, judgmental stares. Giselle spiraled. Was this a mistake? I steadied her. No, we're real. But internally I questioned too. The drama's cost. Emotional exhaustion, lost innocence. As spring bloomed, resolutions formed. We recommitted, boundaries set. Families thawed slightly, my mom reached out, tentative. Giselle's dad apologized vaguely. Progress hard won. Yet tensions lingered. A teammate's betrayal. Spreading gossip for clout. We confronted her, unity prevailing. The incident awakened us to resilience. Love wasn't easy. It demanded payment in pain and growth. In quiet moments we reflected on choices. Wrong turns, hiding too long, led to damages. But right ones, embracing truth, brought freedom. The journey's end neared but questions remained. Had we paid too high a price? With the season winding down, Giselle and I emerged from the storm battered but bonded. The revelations had reshaped us, forcing awakenings that neither anticipated. Society's gaze still lingered, a constant reminder of the battles fought, but we'd claimed our space. Inside, I pondered the ethics. Had our pursuit of happiness justified the collateral damage? Families mended slowly, but fractures remained. Reintegration proved challenging. At team events, eyes followed us. Curiosity mixed with caution. We held hands defiantly, but the act drained energy. Giselle's confidence grew. She advocated subtly, sharing resources with questioning teammates. Her transformation inspired me, but envy flickered. Why had her journey seemed swifter? My own wounds healed slower, family ties strained. A pivotal family meeting occurred at my parents' house. Dad spoke first. We don't understand, but we love you. Mom nodded, tears flowing. It'll take time. Their conditional acceptance bittersweet. I hugged them, relief tinged with resentment. Had they truly shifted or just conceded? Giselle's family mirrored. A awkward lunch where topics skirted truth. Progress but superficial. Personal growth accelerated. Giselle explored her identity openly, attending support groups. I'm bisexual, she declared one evening. The label fit, easing her turmoil. I supported but internally processed. Her fluidity contrasted my certainty. Did it matter? Love transcended labels but doubts whispered. External validations came unexpectedly. A fan letter praised our visibility. You give hope. It warmed us, countering hate. But media scrutiny intensified. A tabloid piece twisted our story. Straight star turns gay? The sensationalism infuriated. We responded with a joint statement. Love is love. The act empowered but exhausted. As summer approached, reflections deepened. The playful teammate who'd kissed me that fateful night had evolved into a partner facing fire with me. Yet the costs tallied. Lost privacy, strained relationships, emotional scars. Was the awakening worth the pain? Giselle questioned too. Did I drag you into this? I reassured. We chose together. A final confrontation sealed our path. Mark called, seeking closure. Giselle met him, me by her side. I'm happy, she told him firmly. His acceptance surprised. Good for you. The encounter closed chapters, freeing us. In the end we stood stronger but forever changed. The drama's lessons etched deep. Choices carry consequences. Love demands sacrifice. Families adapted unevenly, society evolved slowly. Our bond, forged in fire, endured. But was betraying expectations a moral victory? Or a selfish act? With the season winding down, Giselle and I emerged from the storm battered but bonded. The revelations had reshaped us, forcing awakenings that neither anticipated. Society's gaze still lingered, a constant reminder of the battles fought, but we'd claimed our space. Inside, I pondered the ethics. Had our pursuit of happiness justified the collateral damage? Families mended slowly, but fractures remained, like cracks in a once solid foundation that time might heal or widen. Reintegration proved challenging, a daily test of resilience. At team events, eyes followed us. Curiosity mixed with caution, whispers barely concealed. We held hands defiantly, a small act of rebellion that drained energy but affirmed our truth. Giselle's confidence grew. She advocated subtly, sharing resources with questioning teammates, her voice steady where once it trembled. Her transformation inspired me, but envy flickered. Why had her journey seemed swifter, less burdened by doubt? My own wounds healed slower, family ties strained like taut wires ready to snap. A pivotal family meeting occurred at my parents' house, the air thick with unspoken tensions. Dad spoke first, his voice gruff. "We don't understand, but we love you." Mom nodded, tears flowing freely. "It'll take time to adjust." Their conditional acceptance was bittersweet, a partial balm on deep cuts. I hugged them, relief tinged with resentment bubbling beneath. Had they truly shifted their views, or just conceded to avoid losing me entirely? The question haunted, fueling late-night introspection. Giselle's family mirrored the unease. An awkward lunch where topics skirted the truth, polite smiles masking discomfort. Her mom asked about work, avoiding personal probes. Dad cracked jokes that fell flat. Progress but superficial, like a band-aid on a gaping wound. Giselle squeezed my hand under the table, her touch a lifeline amid the charade. Personal growth accelerated, a whirlwind of self-discovery. Giselle explored her identity openly, attending support groups where stories echoed her own. "I'm bisexual," she declared one evening over dinner, the words rolling off her tongue with newfound ease. The label fit, easing her lingering turmoil, providing a framework for the feelings she'd long suppressed. I supported her fully, but internally processed the nuances. Her fluidity contrasted my steadfast certainty as a lesbian. Did it matter in the grand scheme? Love transcended labels, but doubts whispered in quiet moments, questioning if our paths aligned perfectly. External validations came unexpectedly, small beacons in the fog. A fan letter arrived praising our visibility. "You give hope to those still hiding." It warmed us, countering the hate mail that occasionally slipped through. But media scrutiny intensified. A tabloid piece twisted our story into sensational fodder. "Straight star turns gay for teammate?" The headline screamed betrayal of norms. The sensationalism infuriated, reducing our lives to clickbait. We responded with a joint statement on social media. "Love is love and ours is real." The act empowered us, garnering support from allies, but exhausted our reserves, highlighting the ongoing toll. As summer approached, reflections deepened, a tapestry of regrets and triumphs. The playful teammate who'd kissed me that fateful night had evolved into a partner facing fire with me. Her growth a testament to courage. Yet the costs tallied relentlessly. Lost privacy in a world of prying eyes, strained relationships that might never fully mend, emotional scars that ached on rainy days. Was the awakening worth the pain, the nights of tears and doubt? Giselle questioned too, her voice soft in the dark. "Did I drag you into this chaos?" I reassured. "We chose together, and I choose again." A final confrontation sealed our path, bringing closure to lingering shadows. Mark called, seeking one last conversation. Giselle met him at a neutral cafe, insisting I join. "I'm happy now," she told him firmly, her hand in mine. His acceptance surprised. "Good for you both. Wish you the best." The encounter closed old chapters, freeing us from past entanglements, allowing focus on the future. In the end, we stood stronger but forever changed by the journey. The drama's lessons etched deep into our souls. Choices carry irreversible consequences. Love demands sacrifice beyond measure. Families adapted unevenly, society evolved slowly toward acceptance. Our bond, forged in the crucible of conflict, endured as a beacon of resilience. But was betraying familial and societal expectations a moral victory, or a selfish act that inflicted unnecessary pain?